of the evening. This is the match that everybody has been waiting to see, waiting with bated breath, as it's been said in the past. But this is a match, no disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere. Necro Butcher and Super Dragon, their first ever singles meeting, and you see Necro Butcher already with a trickle of blood down his head. He broke a chair before this match even began.
Self-inflicted wound on the forehead of the Necro Butcher. These two guys, enigmas in the world of independent professional wrestling. Both of them just carry such an aura about them, and just inevitable before the two of them hooked up in the ring. And here it is in the Battle of Los Angeles, PWG, the winner going on to face Frankie Kazarian.
Now, Bryce, think about this. If Necro Butcher beats Super Dragon returning after his 4-month hiatus. Oh, wait, he's starting things off with a flurry of elbows to the side of Necro Butcher's head, but Necro with those hard right hands to the face and stomach of Super Dragon. Oh, but Super Dragon
returning in time.
These two men just going toe to toe. This is a slugfest, and look at this. Super Dragon is the first to drop, and Necro Butcher puts him down with a well-placed right hand. And you know that could be the ring rust of Super Dragon.
Could be.
Maybe he's just not prepared. He's not used to taking beatings week in and week out like he was. And so for the last 4 months, he's been taking it easy, relaxing with the lemonade in the hammock.
Sure.
And Necro Butcher's just been
traveling the roads of America, beating people up,
fighting people from wrestling ring to truck stop.
Atomic drop on the steel folding chair there, split it right between the legs of Super Dragon.
This is just a taste of what's to come in this match. This is going to be brutal, Bryce.
Yes, absolutely. These two guys, this couldn't be anywhere else but the main event on this card. These two guys gonna destroy this building, the match everybody's waiting for, and like you said, so important that Dino Winwood waived disqualifications, waived countouts, falls count anywhere in these two elements. Both men agreed to those stipulations. Super Dragon with a grunt, Necro Butcher with a nod, and now scooping him up, slamming him on the floor
with the chair behind his back. Now, Bryce, think about this. No disqualification, no count out, false count anywhere. Chairs, tables, anything is legal in this type of match. Do you really want to wrestle this match and theoretically have to go into tomorrow and wrestle 3 more matches?
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting placement. This match on night 2, not even giving these guys a night's rest, like at an advantage. As a matter of fact, all the winners from night 1 will have tomorrow night on night 3. They had the advantage of a night's rest. Maybe going out to the pier with the bums, or going into Hollywood, whatever they're doing. But they weren't wrestling. But these guys, no.
Oh, the side suplex just drops them down on those chairs. Not even the seats of the chairs, the upturned part.
Yes.
And now Rick Knox with the pinfall, counting the pinfall, 2 count only for Necro Butcher
on the floor.
But this match is
crazy.
I was anticipating something, but
it's so crazy. The wordsmith Excalibur is at a loss for words. With a 5 o'clock bell time on Sunday, the winner of the Battle of Los Angeles.
Oh, the Super Dragon with a chair wrapped around his head, hitting Necro Butcher in the head with the chair.
Oh, jeez. Hypothetically, we'll wrestle 4 times in 24 hours if you're from night 2. Oh,
the seat of the chair just went flying off as Super Dragon just cracked it over the head of Necro Butcher, and this is pandemonium.
Yes, crazy times out here on the floor, and now Super Dragon standing tall after that vicious chair shot. Going back to the ring, no, not quite.
Just hip tosses him into the ring post, the steel ring post, getting an intimate meeting with the spine of Necro Butcher, and Super Dragon again back with the chair, going to work on Necro Butcher on the outside. I think Necro Butcher. Oh, the hand! I think he may have just broken his hand, Bryce.
Very easily broken his hand, and you know what? Necro Butcher, one of his trademark strikes is that right hand to the face. If he breaks his hand, he won't be able to make a fist, and he won't be able to punch Super Dragon 26 ways till Tuesday.
Super Dragon caught by surprise earlier in the match by that hard right hand, but now I don't think it'll be happening anymore tonight.
No. Very, very smart game plan by Super Dragon. Now a couple of right hands, but see, it hurt Necro's hand.
Necro cannot even punch Super Dragon in the stomach, let alone the face. I mean, imagine if he got. Oh, Super Dragon wintons the chair just laid out over the hand of Necro Butcher.
If it wasn't broken before, it probably is now. But Necro doesn't exactly use logic. He'll probably try to hit Super Dragon with a broken hand. Who knows? This guy, crazy mountain man from the hills of West Virginia.
And imagine this, Bryce. Imagine if somehow Necro Butcher does come away with a victory tonight.
Yep.
He has to wrestle theoretically 3 matches tomorrow with a broken hand, and Super Dragon just suplexes him onto a stack of chairs.
Yeah, both of these guys, there's going to be damage. There's going to be carnage coming out of this match. Will definitely be at a disadvantage when it comes to tomorrow, night 3, the later rounds of the tournament.
This type of match is actually taking place inside the 2006 Battle of Los Angeles tournament, as we've mentioned many times. But if it were not, this would most undoubtedly be a guerrilla warfare match between these two men. Super Dragon coming out victorious on all but one occasion in every guerrilla warfare match he has had in PWG, and it was actually against myself. That you lost.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, so I'm batting 1,000 in guerrilla warfare matches.
Undefeated. Well, anytime you want to put that on the line, I'm sure Necro's just a plane ticket away.
Yeah, and I think I'd like to hold on to my perfect record just a little longer. But you could see Super Dragon just grabbing Necro, just leading him around by the hand, and Necro, he is
like a child.
He is a tough son of a gun, but if you have a broken hand, you are just at the mercy of your opponent. As now Super Dragon is cracking him, using the leverage of the top rope, almost like a Archimedean screw. As he's just wrenching on the hand of Necro Butcher and just putting his thumbs in the eyes and just chair shot to the back. Super Dragon just keeping up the punishment on Necro Butcher.
Yes, and Super Dragon, they're putting his hands very close to Necro Butcher's mouth, which might just be a poor idea. Who knows what's festering in there. On the top of the head.
Savage chair shot by Super Dragon on Necro Butcher. But you know what? I think Super Dragon is willing to take his chances because Necro Butcher's tooth count is a lot lower than the average human's.
It is. So, it is that of an 8-year-old, perhaps.
You stick your hands in the mouth of Necro Butcher. I think you've got about a 60% chance of being bitten. Or you stick your hand in the mouth of maybe an orthodontist.
Sure.
You probably have a 100% chance of being bitten.
100%. Now Super Dragon cranking away
the leg scissors. The Super Dragon leg scissors.
Yes.
We've seen him employ this on many an occasion. And now pulling back on the hair of Necro Butcher, and now on the chin. Pulling the goatee of Necro Butcher.
That's insult. Jim the Anvil Neidhart rolling over in his undug grave.
And you can see Necro Butcher clutching his wrist of that injured, possibly broken hand, and just trying to do everything to get Super Dragon to let go of the vice-like grip he has with his legs. But Necro Butcher in a very, very bad situation here.
Yes, Super Dragon saw that busted up forehead of Necro Butcher and went to town on it, exploiting an already weakness that Necro Butcher in fact created. And
now what is this?
Now he's punching his broken hand.
He's punching the hand. Not a move you would see in a wrestling match or maybe even a street fight.
No.
But Super Dragon using every advantage or every injury to his advantage, and he's going to have to if he expects to come away with a victory over Necro Butcher in this match.
Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of ring rust out of Super Dragon, as a matter of fact. As you mentioned, that 4-month time away absence from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and the wrestling world in general. I'm just clapping along, just the crowd.
This is trademark Super Dragon, but Necro Butcher looks like he's about to pop his head out, and he does. And now he's on top. He's got a back mount on Super Dragon, and he's just going to town.
The back of the head.
He's firing in with forearms, but you can see he's still clutching. It could be a broken wrist.
Realize that might have been a bad idea.
But Super Dragon rolls over and kicks Necro in the jaw. This match is just this is a wild.
I'm going to town.
This is the big brawl.
If
Jackie Chan were here,
jeez, he straight punched me in the face
with the broken hand and everything, and just a testament to the power of Necro Butcher, to what he packs behind it. It's like a boxer that breaks his hand in the second round and still goes 12.
Yep.
He popped him in the face, and
Super Dragon just went down like a sack of potatoes now, rolling to the floor, looking for a respite, but he's not going to find that from Necro Butcher.
Now Necro Butcher may be thinking to himself, if I can't punch him with my hand, I'll hit him as hard.
She's right to the face face of Super Dragon one more time, says Necro.
Oh, God.
You can only cover up your head so well if you're Super Dragon. Now, Necro looking for some plunder. Maybe
He's going under the ring.
folding table there.
Oh, he does. He pulls out the table, and this spells doom for Super Dragon. Oh, drops the table on the face of Super Dragon. This is bad news. Bears go to Japan. On the table on Super Dragon.
On the face, on the head, obviously the concentrated area of the body that Necro not letting up. But Super Dragon could be concussed by that. Who knows what's going on under that mask, but he's definitely not in good shape.
And now you have to think, Bryce. So, oh my God, telephone is
Craziness.
It could be the paramedics calling. See if we need an ambulance
Secretary,
here.
you have to get
somebody
that.
get that telephone. This is unbelievable. Now Necro Butcher setting up the table.
Craziness. And that plump, that Nubian princess there getting out of the way because she knows it's crazy. These two insane. Who knows what they're gonna do?
Now Necro Butcher going for the pinfall attempt. 2 count only is Super Dragon somehow able to kick out.
Ever the resourceful Rick Knox there, counting on top of the table.
Ricardo Casanova counting where there's the highest amount of visibility
And noise.
And indeed, but Necro Butcher, I have to point this out. When he sent on Super Dragon, he sent on him on the hardware on the back of the table. Oh, short headbutt by Necro Butcher. Now a short headbutt in return from Super Dragon.
On their knees.
Oh, another headbutt. And now a slap to the face by Super Dragon. And what is this? Super Dragon driving Necro face first into that table that's already set up.
Already set up there right in front of the stage area. Now Necro going for a chair.
What is this? Super Dragon throwing a chair into the ring.
Oh, those are not the folding chairs either. Those are the metal.
The hard, unforgiving kind.
Yes.
If Clint Eastwood were here, rolling forearm, rolling elbow combination by Super Dragon. If Clint Eastwood were here, I would say they were the unforgiven chairs.
Yes,
but he's not, so that reference is moot.
True. And if it were a pay-per-view in September, I would also say it's an unforgiving chair.
Waka, indeed. Now Super Dragon with the full force of the crowd behind him, setting up Super Dragon, or setting up Necro, but could be going for a powerbomb, could be going for a Psycho Driver.
Got something in mind with that table, though. The way he turned it sideways, you knew
Off
that
the stage.
concentrated effort. Necro dropping to one knee, although he doesn't have any knee pads on.
We saw Kazarian and Sky do this earlier, but now there's a table in the mix. But Necro kicking his feet out. You can see he's got the wide vertical base. He blocked. Oh my God!
His tailbone just bounced off that stage. Unbelievable. Not maybe what either man had in mind, but Super Dragon the worst for wear out of that exchange.
I think I would be remiss if I did not say Jesus Christ.
Jesus H. Christ, even. Super Dragon going to be sitting with the aid of a inflatable pad in many chairs for weeks to come, I would suggest.
Oh my God, this is disgusting. And now Super Dragon being put on the table by Necro, with those clubbing blows. It's all he can do to club Super Dragon. Now both men up on the table.
Now standing on the table, I'm not sure if the weight's got maybe a tiger.
Oh, the table broke, but Super Dragon, the top of his head went into the chest of Necro Butcher.
Bounced off.
That could not have been what Necro had in mind, but nonetheless, it was brutal for Super Dragon. You could see the leg of that table just went out from under it.
In an odd twist of fate, that might have been a better bet for Super Dragon out of that. If he was going to tiger drive him through that table, that could have been a 3 count right there. Not that he's enjoying that head injury.
He's ripping out the broken piece of the table.
Like a savage.
What is Necro? What is he doing? What does he have in mind?
Got something in mind. You see the tattoo on Necro's arm. He's a fan of botany. He's a botanist, and
he's an amateur herbologist.
Yes.
Much along the lines of Jack Evans.
Right. Enjoys the rhododendrons and stuff of that like. Now, with the part of that table,
the table fragment, the shrapnel, as it were.
Oh, the shrapnel.
And now just Super Dragon, his tailbone and now his head. He's getting it from both sides, almost like a set of Chinese finger cuffs.
Almost.
And now
a frustrating experience also.
Now he's bringing him back up on the stage.
Oh! Split it over his back!
Breaking the already broken piece of table over the back of Super Dragon.
Now crawling over. 1.
Hooks the leg.
2.
2 count only as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out.
Shoulder out the back door there, Super Dragon. Not ready to quit yet.
And these two men, it's a hard-fought battle already in this match. I can't say that there'd be any winner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Whoever scores the victory is not a winner.
The real winner might be Frankie Kazarian, Excalibur.
Who is facing either of these men. Tiger Driver on the stage.
Pearl River plunge even.
1, 2, 2 count.
Split second away from this one being over on the stage.
This is unbelievable. Both men pulling out all the stops. Necro Butcher, even with a broken hand, a broken wrist, still somehow able to Tiger Driver.
Hook the fingers there under that Tiger Driver. And now Necro going to the ring area perhaps for something. Maybe get something in mind. But
could be looking for more plunder.
He could be. He's giving Super Dragon a minute though here.
As we survey the carnage, Super Dragon, this could be Necro's mistake.
Yeah, well, he could be taking a second for himself though too.
I'm sure the Tiger Driver
needs to be careful he doesn't stick his finger in those electrical outlets.
That could be a very early end.
That would be the finish. That's a finish worse than a Falcon Arrow.
And this is something that you don't consider. Necro Butcher, Tiger Driver, one of his finishing maneuvers, if he's not punching somebody in the face and hitting them with the chair.
Oh jeez.
But now Super
Dragon, he's just angry now. He's frustrated, taking out anything close to him.
But it takes a lot out of Necro Butcher to deliver the Tiger Driver on the stage. I mean, his tailbone has got to be feeling the effects from that. And now Super Dragon, it looks like he's ripping off that hardware from the table, maybe going to use that.
Almost a point of pride. Maybe Necro's just waiting for him. He's like, come and get me, waiting for him to come to the ring, and these two are gonna face off one more time.
Necro Butcher with a chair in hand.
A table set up there now too.
He's got to have something in mind for Super Dragon, as he's got a chair. I'm sure as soon as Super Dragon enters the ring, he's going to receive a walloping from Necro Butcher.
Yes, a walloping. That chair, you see the giant indentation on that chair. That is courtesy Necro's head before this match began. Doesn't care about. Almost can't pick up the chair due to his hand.
And now Necro Butcher, you can see using the chair and the ropes to steady himself. It just goes to show you how much has been taken out of these men already.
Yep.
What can they have in store for tomorrow?
Absolutely. We're only about maybe 12, 15 minutes deep into this contest, and these two look like almost they're standing off like a stalemate. They're just getting started. These two. It's too crazy.
Now Necro asking for Super Dragon to get up to his feet. This could be the pride that you were talking about as Super Dragon grabs a weapon of his own, but Necro Butcher.
Fair shot. Jeez. That chair bounced off the shoulder blades of Super Dragon.
Wrapping it around his head. Rick Knox with counting the pinfall. 2 count only. Necro Butcher can't believe it.
Super Dragon awfully up in those ropes, but that does not matter. No disqualification, no count out. It's a.
But Necro
Butcher at him. Way to bounce off the back of Necro's head.
With his back turned, Super Dragon, a desperation maneuver, just whipping a chair, just sailed it through the air at the back of Necro's head, and now Super Dragon, he needs Rick Knox to hold him up. There's actually not a knockout rule in place. The matches in the Battle of Los Angeles have to end by a pinfall or submission. So if your opponent is actually knocked out and unable to continue, rather than Rick Knox counting the
right,
to 10
or using his discretion,
he would the opponent would have to cover him and score a pinfall victory on the unconscious opponent.
Well, that would involve the other opponent being conscious too for that to happen. Now picking Necro up by what's left of his hair. Now
he's going for a powerbomb, maybe on that table. Very nearly. Oh, Necro
to his knees, lost him there.
The back of Necro's head, I believe, hit that table. This is just a brutal. I mean, I can't. It seems brutal. The word brutal does not describe what we're watching.
It's almost underlying the fact of what's going on here. Now underhooking him there.
Could be going for the Psycho Driver too, the Supernatural Driver.
The table doesn't break. Necro hits very low, but there was no give on the bottom of that table.
Took out only. Unbelievable.
Still gas left in the Necro Butcher's tank. Although I gotta think that the light's gonna be coming on soon. He's gonna have to go to the gas station. But still in this match, very much so out at 2. And Super Dragon gotta be thinking to himself, what do I have to do to put this mountain man away?
So far in this match, Super Dragon stood at the roadside with a 22 rifle.
Yes.
And shot holes in the gas tank of Necro Butcher.
He did.
But it's still not enough. There's part
running on fumes.
That's right. There's gas sloshing around in that tank just yet. As you can see, Necro Butcher just trying to throw those right hands, but with the broken hand, is not being very effective thus far. At this point in this match, that hand is that could have been Necro's saving grace after the powerbomb and the Psycho Driver 2 on the table.
Yeah, we've seen this before. This is the double stomp off the top rope onto the chair.
Super Dragon won many a guerrilla warfare match with this maneuver, but Necro, perhaps Necro was playing possum as he just got up. Opossum, indeed, and he got up and threw it.
Oh, straight right hand. Might not be able to make the fist that he wants to make with that broken hand, but now open hand slaps. Now that'll work. Still has his left. Still has the left.
And Kevin Steen and Super Dragon had a very brutal guerrilla warfare match, but I would not.
Amazing! These fans may be surprised as you and I are Excalibur. Their minds blown.
I am speechless, Bryce. I cannot believe what I have just witnessed as Necro Butcher just took Super Dragon from the top floor to the basement.
The last move you thought you'd see the Necro Butcher uses busted out in this big match field, big match occasion. He needs to capitalize, though, get his wits about him long enough to realize he needs to drape any part of his body over Super Dragon, and if he does it this second, he very likely may be getting a 3 count.
Just goes to show how important this match is, as Necro Butcher with the lateral press. 2 count only as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out, and Necro, I think he had to dig deep into his bag of tricks.
Yes.
Necro is much like Felix the Cat, but unable to use his cat-like agility to completely put away Super Dragon.
Much like Felix the Cat. Now resorting to forearms because he can't use them. Oh, big lariat!
And now with the cover,
the shoulders, 2
count as Super Dragon somehow able to kick out. Necro using every part of his arm except the fist to inflict a maximum amount of punishment on Super Dragon.
Yes, when your broken hand gives you lemon, you give him a lariat lemonade, and now picking him up to a vertical basis, going for
the big straight right, but Super Dragon knew it was coming. What is this? Could be a German suplex. No,
O'Connor roll by Necro. 2 count. No. Oh, if that match would end with an O'Connor roll, oh man.
What a story to tell your grandkids if you're Necro Butcher.
Necro looks to the sky and sees Pat O'Connor giving him a thumbs up from above. Just the match to use this in. Necro's tried his aerial attack. He's tried his ground wrestling attack. I don't know what he has left.
He's tried sheer brute force.
Absolutely. Weapons. And now he's Necro back on his feet.
This is it's pandemonium, Bryce.
Yeah, pandemonium.
It is confined right now. It is confined to the 4 posts of the ring, the 4 sides of the ring. But still, this match is just it is unbelievable.
Yes.
Kevin Steen and Necro Butcher had an out of control guerrilla warfare match. I would say that this is on the level, or perhaps even surpassing the match. And Necro Butcher very nearly defeated Joey Ryan earlier this year to become PWG World Champion, but instead Joey Ryan with his feet on the ropes, hitting Necro Butcher.
That'd be something Necro's PWG World Champion, but the fans could feel it. The competitors.
A straight right hand.
No, Super Dragon says this big main event feel here. The Battle of Los Angeles, Night 2. Oh, straight to the jaw of Necro. Dragon not letting up to the ropes. Big lariat.
Takes him down. Necro almost thrown out of the ring by the force, the momentum of that lariat.
Dragon threw himself right into that, followed right through with that. Now he's down as well.
Everything he had, Bryce.
Both these two trying to figure out where they're at, and now picking him up by the hair. Both men back on their feet now.
Super Dragon, I believe after the punishment he's taken, he's got to be knocked loopy just a little bit. Now the violence party.
Necro Butcher's invited, and now
he's chopping him in the face. He's chopping him in the face. This is serious, Bryce.
In the face. Oh man! Now those trademark kicks of Super Dragon. No, Necro says no, thank you, sir.
A violence party of his own.
Yes.
The West Virginia Violence Parade happens once a year.
It does.
Twice on a leap year, but Necro Butcher pulling out all the stops.
Much less pretty decor at the violence party that Necro has, but now
Super Dragon
not dead yet.
The legs of Necro Butcher. Now,
both feet right on the. Oh, jeez. Unbelievable, these these two. How bad do they want this victory? Super Dragon now. Oh, he's got a chair. No, he's going for the cover first. 1, 2. Necro out. That left shoulder of Necro just slipping out the back door. Still in this match.
Jesus, Harold Christ.
Yes. Christ on a cracker.
Christ on a Christmas cross.
These two, unbelievable what they're going for. Now taking that bent up chair, putting it around the Necro Butcher's face.
Oh, this is not.
No. Wah-wah-wee-wah. These two, the lengths they're going to, the hatred they have for each other at this exact moment.
Now you see Super Dragon is down on the floor. What he did there was he threw his entire momentum. Right. He got a bit of a running start and just threw his entire momentum, his entire fuel reserves behind that chair shot to the head. 1, 2. Necro.
These two occasional partners, as a matter of fact, back on the East Coast, and for a mutual respect of each other. But there is no respect right now, not between these two, not what they're going through right now.
This is all about the Battle of Los Angeles.
Yes, it is.
And these two men pulling out every single stop. There are no speed bumps. There are no roadblocks. There is just open freeway. These two men are just going 1,000 miles per hour at one another, and it's one of the most brutal contests I have ever witnessed.
Yes. Definitely the most brutal contest in the first round of the Battle of Los Angeles, and maybe even I haven't seen all the matches
after Frankie Kazarian powerbomb Scorpio Sky.
Right.
And then was stabbed.
Yes. Not to discount what happened earlier, but this is insane. Now Super Dragon, remembering his old tricks there, going for the curb
You
stomp.
can see Necro holding on to the knee.
Knows what's coming. Has him scouted. He's teamed with him before.
But Super Dragon was punching Necro in the face.
Pulling that chair in the way, and now,
punches to the
ribs. Trying to get the wrist so he can.
The shot to the head.
Now,
he's got the wrist.
Holds on to the chair sandwich. Not very tasty, and still those legs intertwined. Rick Knox might want to get in there.
I think the tooth to finger ratio is at about 40%.
Yeah. Necro's down.
Necro Butcher and a miraculous display of ring awareness, or I don't even know what you want to attribute
I think
it to.
he's on instinct now, perhaps, Excalibur.
And Necro Butcher somehow kicks out, and Super Dragon again setting up. That chair could be going for the foot stomps off the top with Necro Butcher's head laced through the seat. I don't know.
That cut again on that curb stomp.
I don't know what Super Dragon has in store. Slap to the face, and now Super Dragon picking up Necro Butcher. He's got him. He's going up to the corner. Could be going for a back suplex off the top through the chair.
Setting him on the top rope. But he definitely has something in mind. He's strategically placing that chair. And now getting under him.